You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and I don't stand by amorous. It's all too wonderful, I never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they're just not swell enough. You're much too much and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous. You're too marvelous. You're too marvelous for words, like glorious and glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful, I never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they're just not swell enough. You're much too much and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're too marvelous for words. Thomas Schatz. And that old stand by amorous. It's all too wonderful, I never find the words that say enough or tell enough. I mean, they're just not swell enough. You're much too much and just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary, and so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous. Oh, to tell you you're incredible. To tell you you're too marvelous for words. Thank you very much.
This is a tune that closed the album, and it called Timba de la Buena. Timba is the latest rhythm that was invented in Cuba a few years ago, and they call it timba. T-I-M-B-A, timba. And this is the new timba, but we really need your collaboration. I would love to see you all dancing here tonight, shaking your booty. Shake it, baby, shake it. Y dice así, ¡hey! Vengo tocando timba de la buena, pa' que luego se baila como quiera. Vengo tocando timba de la buena, pa' que luego se baila. La timba cubana se baila, se baila, se baila como quiera. Solo menea la cadera, menea la cintura, One more time. Will Brown on guitar. Will Brown. Mike Tucker on the saxophone. Mike Tucker. Danny Feldman on percussion. Danny Feldman. Mark Walker on the drum. Mark Walker. Max Gurr on the bass. Max Gurr. Maxwell Hamer on the piano. Maxwell Hamer. Very soft, soft. Thank you. Before we finish, I would love to acknowledge and really appreciate from the bottom of our heart our executive producer of the album, Mr. Tim Ellis. Tim Ellis. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much for providing food in our family tables. Thank you so much. I don't know where you are, but we love you, man. We love you, Tim. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Tim is responsible for the creation and the whole process of the album, you know. And you know what? Without your help, we got the music, but we couldn't record it because we cannot afford it. But thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming here tonight. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and please don't copy the album and spread with your friends. Tell them to buy it. No copies. Don't make copies. Buy it and listen to that, because we really had a lot of fun doing this album. I really hope that everybody enjoy in the same way we did recording it. Have a good night. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Arturo Sandoval. Arturo Sandoval. Let's hear it for Arturo and the band.
A very emotional moment for me. When I sold Steamers, I had figured this was the end of Steamers.
The day that I found out that Steamers is coming back and at this amazing place, Campus JAX, I was like the best Christmas gift.
When Terence Love from Steamers and JAX kind of combined to create these Steamers Jazz Nights, it just seemed like the most perfect thing to have happen. The whole musical community here is excited about that.
Seeing, wow, what a lovely place. It's got beautiful sound, light, video, everything, and the food was fabulous. And they were doing the thing right.
One of the things that I love most about Campus JAX is when the sound system and the stage is so beautiful. The best musicians in the world want to play there. I talk to musicians and I go, hey, you want to come down and play with me at Campus JAX? Campus JAX, yes.
Well, I've been all over the world and I've seen a lot of different musical environments. The talent here is so off the charts. I mean, it's hard for people that aren't from here to understand how good here is.
Only the best musicians, all the time. So one of the things I want to do is present the music in the greatest way. I want the musicians to feel welcome. I want them to feel at home. I want them to feel like they're just not background music.
The team here has just made so many efforts to not only bring the musicians and the audience together like Terence was doing for so long, but to do it at a really high quality. I've been doing clubs for, again, more years than I care to count, and this is a very rare example of how a music venue can run and be set up. And I feel nothing but care is given to what we're trying to present here and how we're trying to present it.
Really is recapturing that magic. There's an electricity. You know something special is happening and you're a part of it. And that's what I love about walking into Campus JAX. Steamers Jazz is back, and it's at Campus JAX.
Steamers Jazz at JAX. Tonight, I'm going to introduce them individually, starting from the oldest, Gabe Davis on the bass. Gabe Davis. Dave Tull over there on the drums. Peter Smith on the piano. Grant Geissman on the guitar. Grant. Let's hear a nice round of applause for Mr. Mark Winkler. Mark Winkler.
I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. You and your glance make this romance too hot to handle. Stars in the sky blazing the light can't hold a candle to your as a desert. You've got me flying high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, wanna croon, wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Peter Smith. Geissman. You've got me high and wide on a magic carpet ride full of butterflies inside. Wanna cry, wanna croon, wanna laugh like a loon. It's that old devil moon deep in your eyes. Just when I think I'm free as a dove, old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love. Old devil moon deep in your eyes blinds me with love.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's so great seeing all these wonderful friends of mine on this in Orange County that have come out. So thank you so much. I've been surprised like 3 times already. It's like my bar mitzvah, really. Only my bar mitzvah wasn't as nice as this, really. So, you know, I'm celebrating the release of my new album, The Rules Don't Apply. And if I can I brag for a minute? All right. We're friends. It went up to number 4 on the jazz charts. Man, I didn't pay anybody, I swear. But, so I'm really excited. But more than that, people really seem to enjoy it, and I get to sing for wonderful people like you. This is a song from the album that I co-wrote with a wonderful writer named Michelle Browerman. And, well, I won't say anything else. Let's do it, Grant. I met you, and nothing is the same. I barely know my name, and all that I can blame it on is love. Suddenly Manhattan is batting 1,000 or so. Tell me, where did the big bad city go? Cabs are stopping for me on the street. My shirt's not clinging in the summer heat. And even the trash on the sidewalk's sweet. I must be in love in New York. The tallest skyscrapers don't block the sky. Downtown subway's a pleasant ride. Broadway tickets on price too high. I must be in love in New York. In your arms, the Hudson looks much bluer, and New York feels much newer this year. In the park, the tavern is much greener, and each diner that is seen here is in love, that's clear. Ooh. Times Square traffic is moving so fast. The daily news is not too low class. And I'm sure Long Island's a total blast. Must be in love in New York. Come on, Grant. Your arms, the Hudson looks much bluer, and New York feels much newer this year. In the park, the tavern is much greener, and each diner that is seen here is in love, that's clear. people smiling wherever I go. They drop their cell phones to say hello. And I'm sure this winter there won't be snow. I must be in love. I'll take Manhattan. I must be in love. How did it happen? I must be in love. Cupid caught me napping. Look at me in love. In New York. In New York. Thank you. Grant Geissman. All right. Let's do it, Dave. Dave's got to get the tempo right.
You're not a machine.
Old man sunshine, listen you. Never tell me dreams come true, just try it. I'll start a riot. Oprah Winfrey, don't you dare ever tell me she will care. I'm certain it's the final curtain. Don't wanna hear from any cheerful Pollyannas who tell me fate provides a mate. That's all bananas. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I'll find more skies of gray. Any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall, get that way. I hold lass and all, so lack a day. Although I can't dismiss memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me. I might as well come clean whenever I'm about to find romance. Well, I guess I'll never see the light. It's such a puzzle and I'm really in a muddle, 'cause love has got me spinning round and round in circles. I feel so confused. Out the girl, share my world, all at sea. Fish without a tail, a boat without a rudder. Will somebody hear my plea? Rescue me. It's a tragedy every time I hear a melody. People always seem to sing me songs about the joys of love and romance. Ah, but alas for me, it's always bumpy. It's always bumpy. Come on, Peter. Peter Sullivan, Peter Smith, changing his name. Come on. Gabe Davis, they're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky stars stars above, but not for me. Would love to lead the way. I'll find more skies of gray. Any Chinese play, guaranteed. I was a fool to fall, get that way. I owe alas and all, so lack a day. Although I can't dismiss memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me. The girl is not. I didn't stand a chance for. I love doing that. Chet Baker stole romance from me. Dave Tull. What a great group. All right. Well, I did some outside tunes on the new record, The Rules Don't Apply, and one of them is one of my favorites. It's a Donald Fagen tune off of Nightfly, and it's called IGY, What a Beautiful World. And I'm a lyricist, so there was a lyric in this song that I didn't know what it meant. And the lyric is, well, by 76, we'll be A-OK. Well, Donald Fagen recorded this song in 1982. So I'm thinking, well, why is he saying, well, by 76, we'll be A-OK? And here's the story behind IGY. IGY stands for International Geophysical Year. And it was a meeting of scientists, Russian scientists and American scientists, who met in Antarctica to talk about how they could better collaborate for a grander future. And so the character who's singing in this song is one of the scientists. He's an American scientist in the group. And when he says, well, by 76, we'll be A-OK, he's talking that he's in 1957, okay? So I thought, this is really an interesting lyric, you know, who writes stuff like this? So I think you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is a guy at this geophysical convention who really has grand ideas about the future of the world. And now we're in 2024, and there's sort of a slight bittersweet tinge to it all. Standing tough under stars and stripes, we can tell this dream's in sight. Got to admit it at this point in time that it's clear the future looks bright. On that train, all graphite and glitter, undersea by rail. 90 minutes from New York to Paris. Well, by 76, we'll be A-OK. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. Get your ticket to that wheel in space while there's time. The fix is in. You'll be a witness to that game of chance in the sky. You know, we've got to win. Here at home, we'll play in the city, powered by the sun. Perfect weather for a streamlined world. There'll be spandex jackets, one for everyone. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world. What a beautiful world. On that train, all graphite and glitter, undersea by rail. 90 minutes from New York to Paris, more leisure for artists everywhere. A just machine to make big decisions, programmed by fellows with compassion and vision. You'll be seen when their work is done. We'll be eternally free and eternally young. Oh, what a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world this will be. What a glorious time to be free. What a beautiful world. What a glorious time. What a beautiful, beautiful world. What a wonderful world. Peter Smith. I liked your solo. It was very much like a Esquivel. Is that guy? Sort of like cocktail marimbas going and very lounge in a beautiful way. I did an album with someone who lives in this area, well, close to this area, David Benoit, 2 albums ago. Yeah. Marconi table out there. Okay. And it was a pandemic album. I never would have gotten David off the road, but he was off the road because of the pandemic. So every week we rehearsed at his house, and he had a 9-foot-long piano, grand piano. So I was safe. You know, it was 9 feet. And we were the most rehearsed I ever was in my life. When we went into the studio, it was like a piece of cake. And we did the songs that we loved growing up as 2 young men in Los Angeles. And this is one of my favorite songs, and I hope you like it too. One day we walked along the sand, one day in early spring. You held a piper in your hand to mend its broken wing. Now I remember many a day, many a lonely mile. The echo of piper's song, the shadow of a smile. The shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, then so did I. Now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. Grant Geissman. Peter Smith. Our wistful little star was far too high. A teardrop kissed your lips, then so did I. Now when I remember spring, all the joy that love can bring, I will be remembering the shadow of your smile. The shadow of your smile. One day we walked along the sand. Grant Geissman. Cool. Well, I'm a lyricist. I've been a lyricist for 42 years. Unbelievable. And the first song I ever had recorded was, I sort of started at the top. Liza Minnelli recorded a song of mine. It was the title of her album, Tropical Nights. And I'm really happy that in August of this year, I'm going to have a book I wrote on how to write lyrics. So check on it. It's on Amazon. It's called The Songwriter's Handbook by Mark Winkler. And it was a bitch to do. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But I'm really proud of it. And I'm saying all of this because the next two songs I wrote, and they're on the new record. And this one I wrote with a wonderful composer named Greg Gordon Smith. And, I was being interviewed, and the interviewer said to me, what's your favorite song? And I couldn't think of one. There's so many. And then finally, I said what I thought was the true answer. I said, it hasn't been written yet. And even though I'm an old dude, I look to the future. And that's what this song is about, looking to the future. I see things nobody sees. I hear sounds nobody hears. Out of the box, unlock the locks. Out on the edge of the envelope, I hear notes nobody sings. Rhythm and jolts nobody feels. Off the wall, clear down the hall, just around corner. I see worlds beyond the old, brave new worlds. And if I'm bold, on the map, simple as that, just around corner. Why do we have to do everything like it's been done? Shaking up nice and predictable's half of the fun. I don't dig deja vu, make it new. Reach for the stars. If not the stars, maybe the sun. I see change shaking things up. Mighty strange, but it won't stop. Turn the key, jump with me. On the edge of the universe, I see worlds beyond the old, brave new worlds. And if I'm bold, on the map, simple as that, just around corner. Peter Smith. Why do we have to do everything like it's been done? Shaking up nice and predictable's half of the fun. I don't dig deja vu, make it new. Reach for the stars. If not the stars, maybe the sun. I hear sounds nobody sees. I hear notes nobody hears. Out the box, unlock the locks. On the edge of the universe, I hear notes nobody sings. Rhythm and jolts nobody feels. Off the wall, clear down the hall, just around, round, 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 round. The corner, the corner, the corner, the corner. Thank you. Let's hear it for the band. Gabe Davis on bass. Dave Tull, very tasty on drums. Peter Smith on piano. Grant Geissman on guitar. And Mark Winkler Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Okay, this is another song I wrote with Greg Gordon Smith. And I love LA on Sunday because the traffic's better. So I decided to put it in a song. And this song introduces my backup group. What have we said our names are? The Winkettes. The Winkettes. Wingnuts, maybe? Wingnuts? This crowd doesn't seem to be crazy about the Winkettes, so. Okay, we're looking for a name, basically. I was going to call them the Supremes, but I think that's been taken. I think it's been taken. Yeah, I think it's been taken. Okay, this is a song off the new record, and it's, here it is. What a day, what a lovely view in your arms. Sleepy afternoon, we can play, nothing better. Palm trees, perfect weather. Sunday in LA. At the park, there's a reggae band and the tastiest taco band. So children dance to Marley, weekend riders on their Harleys. Flattered by the dusk, our lips begin to touch like high school kids on summer break. Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday in LA. In the midst of our reverie, there's a whiff of a native weed, like a sweet elixir drifting somewhere in the distance. To each his own, I say, as we toast a perfect day with a $2 Chardonnay. Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday. Everybody loves a Sunday. Everybody loves a Sunday in LA. Sunday in LA. Everybody loves a Sunday. Sunday in LA. Thank you. All right. When I was making the album, there was one song my producer told me not to put on the record. She kept saying, "Oh, we don't need to put this song on the record." So naturally, it's the one that radio's playing most, which is a lesson for all of us, I guess. I almost took it off, but I kept saying, this is the song that I wake up singing. You know, it's so catchy. And I wrote it with a wonderful guy, Rich Eames, and the Wingnuts are gonna back me on this one too. It's our sort of vocal background interlude. Okay. What was the lesson? Don't listen to your producer. The lesson was Whoever knows these things. Jazz swings, summer's cool, life is fine and dreams come true. 'Cause with you, I can't go wrong, like Benny Goodman playing a song. Jazz swings, the band sounds sweet. One touch, my heart skips a beat. Nice try, no lie. With you in I know I can fly. Just as sure as May leads into June, the skies are filled with the stars and the moon. You're the words to my favorite tune, the words to my tune. Just as sure as May leads into June, skies are filled with the stars and the moon. You're the words to my favorite tune, the words to my tune. Jazz swings, you know what's cool? Ella didn't learn to sing in school, and you're a natural at love. It's true. Jazz swings when I'm with you. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. About, I don't know, 4 years ago, I got a call from a wonderful singer in London, Claire Martin. And if you don't know who she is, go to whatever you listen to, Apple or Spotify, and listen to her. She's the #1 singer in England, and I've been lucky enough to have her sing 7 songs now of mine. And she called me up and she said she wanted to do a Wes Montgomery album, and would I put lyrics to a Wes Montgomery song? And I said, are you kidding? When I was in high school, he was my favorite. I loved his album. And she asked me to do this tune called Bumpin'. And that was my favorite song when I was in high school. And so I did. I wrote lyrics to Bumpin'. And this was going to be on Claire Martin Sings Wes Montgomery album. And one night, a weird thing happened. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I said, I wonder if she's talked to the publisher, because you've got to ask the publisher for permission. So I called her up, and I said, Claire, did you call, did you find out, did you talk to the publisher? And she says, oh no, I thought you'd do it. So I called up the publisher, and she'd had 4 of her other friends write other lyrics for Wes Montgomery tunes. So I called up this publisher, and this woman picks up the phone, and she was a tough operator. I knew it. So I said to her, I've written lyrics to Wes Montgomery's Bumpin'. And she said, you and everybody else for the last 40 years. So I got very nervous, and I said, well, I have a demo, can I send it to you? And she said, sure. Well, she called me back within the day and said, I love your lyric. You can publish it. You can put it out. So, yeah. So then I got very cocky. Well, don't applaud too soon. I got very cocky, and I wrote 3 more lyrics to Wes Montgomery tunes. And she turned down every one of them. But she did say yes for this tune, and Claire has it on her album, and other people have recorded it, and I'd like to dedicate this to my partner of almost 7 years now, Michael DiPasquale. So Michael, this is for you. Yeah! I could get used to this, feeling fine, talking all through the night, no sense of time. I could get used to this, the words that you said, champagne in coffee cups, breakfast in bed. I could get used to this, and not feeling blue. So why haven't I told you when I know that it's true? I could get used to this, taking it slow, dancing out cheek to cheek, lights way down low. I could get used to this, not being alone, turning this house I had into a home. I could get used to this, not feeling blue. So why haven't I told you when I know that it's true? Come on, Grant. Yeah. Grant Geissman. Yeah. Peter Smith. I could get used to this, to your sweet face, the way that you look at me, things falling in place. I could get used to this, I know that I should break down these walls I built, make a change for the good. I could get used to this, to loving you. So why haven't I told you when I know that it's true? Why haven't I told you so? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. I said maybe it's time that I do. Grant Geissman. Yeah, pretty neat. All right. This song was on my album right before The Rules Don't Apply, A Late Bloomin' Jazz Man. Yeah. And it's inspired by a true story. Kafka, probably the only time you'll ever hear me say the word Kafka on one of my shows, was walking through a park. And he saw a little girl in the fall of 1923. And she was crying. And he said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "I've lost my dolly." And he said, "Well, I'll look for the dolly for you." He said, "I'm going away, but if I find her, I'll have her write you." So the little dolly wrote the girl from Paris and London and Hungary. And one day, Kafka came back and he had a doll in his hands. And he said, "Oh, here's your dolly. Did you like the letters she wrote?" And the little girl said, "Oh, yes." And she took the dolly. And about 20 years later, she found the dolly, you know, all tucked away. And there was a little note in the dolly. And it said, "Sometimes the things we love the most are the things that can break your heart. But if we hold on, love will come back in another way." 8 years ago, I lost my partner and my husband, Richard Del Belso, and I know some of you guys know him. Yeah, let's hear it for Richard. He was a great guy. And it was tough, but I had all these wonderful, wonderful memories of 35 years of support and love and intelligence, but you guys know how great Richard was. And thank heavens I found love in another way. So I wanted to write a song about this, and I did. And I hope you like it. Hold on. I should say, "Come fly with me, come fly to..." Yeah, that would be good.
I forgot we talked about that. I was thinking, I don't play at the beginning of this, so I don't play. But I'll give you that. There you go.
I've lost you now. I never thought you'd be a lovely memory that I think of now and then, a snapshot faded by the light of day. But love is never lost. It just comes back in another way. And yes, it's strange. Now that I've lost you, I guess I've changed. Would you even know me now? Or know me as your love from yesterday? But love is never lost. It just comes back in another way. We said everything we had to say. Without a doubt, you loved me so. But when it ended and you went away, I kissed you and I let you go. It's not the same. But when we touch, I feel the fire's flame, safely locked inside their arms. For now, I know I'll be okay, though changes have their cost. Love is never lost. It just comes back in another way. The things we love the most we lose, but if we survive the pain, in the end, love will come back in another way. Thank you very much. Grant Geissman. All right, wow. I love cat videos. Is anybody else? I had a whole period where I just was obsessed with them. And the funny thing is, I don't have a cat. But I especially love the one where the cat was playing the piano and then they scored the little video with a full symphony orchestra. Has anybody seen that one? It's fantastic. So I thought I'd write a song about this obsession of mine. And it's, I can't remember what album this is on. It's on Jazz and Other Four-Letter Words. And speaking of my albums, oh, Michael knows, on CDs, they'll be for sale tonight. And I think I have a really good deal. And it's $15 for a Mark Winkler, the new one. The rules don't apply. But I will give you another Mark Winkler CD for $15. So 2 CDs, I will sign them. And we'll be near the front door. And my lovely partner, Michael DiPasquale, will be with me. And I'll sign this stuff for you, and I'll talk to you. And if you don't want to buy a CD, I'm perfectly fine with it. I just want to see you guys. I'm so glad you all came. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And it's so great seeing you guys. How wonderful are these guys? Let's have a hand for the band. All right, this is my song to my cat obsession. There's so many things about you, baby, I like. For example, when you wake up and say good morning about 1:45 and I got this thing for your dancing eyes. I can't tell a lie, it's the way I feel so cool with you when we're all alone and the moon is high. Thing I like the most is when your cat plays piano, mostly on the black keys. And I could swear he's a jazzer, 'cause he will not play the melody. When your cat plays piano, and I hear you singing along, it's all so amazing how you seem to know just every little note to his song. A-doo-ba-doo. That's for your funky little pad. What's not to like? I'm hip to your collection of records on the old hi-fi. And I'm mad for your abstracts, though I can't say I understand. Why, you got this collection of slinkies on the green nightstand. And though I can't say what your poetry's about, I know it's very deep. Never know just what you're gonna do when the incense burns and the scarves come out. Thing I like the most is when your cat plays piano, living out his 9 lives. Like Monk or Mr. Parker, although I hear some Charles Ive. When your cat plays piano and I hear you singing along, it's all so amazing how you seem to know just every little note to his song. You were born a couple of decades too late. You would have been a sweet chick, a beatnik, sipping coffee at the village gate. And your cat, well, he would have been a beatnik too, sitting there, lapping up his cup of joe, snapping his paws to Pete Rugolo. He brings such cool to the place, a reincarnated bopper, no doubt, with a feline sense of space. Though I can't say what your poetry's about, I know it's very deep. Never know just what you're gonna do when the incense burns and the scarves come out. Things I know do. Plays piano, mostly on the black keys, and I could swear he's a jazzer, 'cause he will not play the melody. When your cat plays piano and I hear you singing along, it's all so amazing how you seem to know just every little note to his song. A-do-do-do-do, a-do-ba-do. Meow. Yeah. Thank you. Peter Sullivan is the cat. All right. I like this group. Okay, well, wow. We got 2 more songs. I can't believe it. Right? 2 more songs. Okay, this next song was the title song of my last album. And there's a story, and it's Mark Winkler gets angry. And, you know, it happens, it happens. So I went to a club with these 2 jazz disc jockeys, and there was this fantastic older jazz musician playing guitar. And I said to them, well, basically they were talking. So I was into the guy, and he was fantastic. And they were talking about the new 20-year-old female singer that had just gone on the scene. So I said to him, isn't this guy great? And they said, oh, yeah, we know him, we know him. You know, how about this new girl? She's only 12 years old, and she's singing Lush Life, you know? And so I got really angry, and I wrote this song. And I wrote it with a guy named Eli Brueggemann, who can get very angry, too. And so this is my angry statement. Of course, we had the youngest guy in the group starting the song. Yeah. Everybody, snap your fingers. Come on. Double your solos, double your solos, double your solos. The world loves the possibilities of the young. All the brutal realities go unsung. The young lions always seem to have their day. Now, don't they? Don't they? So while the world shoves aside the particular hipsters who play, who've paid their dues and lived a little bit along the way, but watching you tonight, I know the world is wrong. So wrong. 'Cause you're playing stronger, the longer in the tooth, the notes you convey are the stone cold honest truth. You're playing better than in your well-remembered youth. You're a late-blooming jazz man, late-blooming jazz man. And one thing's very clear, your finest flowers finally here. Your finest flower. Sometimes the world's fooled by the innocence of a child. Their loud, unschooled dissonance drives it wild. The prodigies come and go. Now, don't they? Don't they? So when the world sees a player with a lifetime of experience, why does it turn away, look away, when it's clear that they've got so much left to say? 'Cause you're playing sweeter, and you've always had the touch, but now you're the master. Not too little, not too much. Picking one note that can say just what you feel. You're a late blooming jazz man, great blooming jazz man. And one thing's very clear, your finest flower is finally here. Your finest flower. Come on. Come on, Peter. Peter Smith. Let's hear a little more. Grant? No, more. Come on. Grant Geissman. Come on, Gabe. Gabe Davis. Tull, you're playing sweeter, and you always had the touch. Now you're the master, not too little, not too much. Picking one note that can say just what you feel. You're a late blooming jazz man, great blooming jazz man, and one thing's very clear: your finest flower is finally here. Your finest flower, your finest flower is finally Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Let's hear it for Peter Smith on piano. Gabe Davis on bass. Dave Tull on drums. And Grammy-nominated Grant Geissman on guitar. Grant's been on more of my albums than anybody on the stage. Thank you. I love having you on my albums. Okay, well, when I was a young man in the 70s, I was in a songwriters group, and there was a wonderful woman in my group. And one day, she came in and said, "I've written a song that that Joe Williams is going to do." Joe Williams, the wonderful jazz singer. And we said, "Great." So she said, "He's going to be singing it on the Tonight Show." 2 days from now, so we tuned in, he sang it great. Unfortunately, Shirley Horn was watching the Tonight Show when he sang the song, and she called her arranger, Johnny Mandel, and said, "I want to do this song on my record," and they did, and it became the Grammy-winning song, "Here's to Life." So it really sort of broke Joe Williams' heart. But Phyllis was sort of she always believed in me, and she's passed away, and every time I sing this song, I think of Phyllis, and I think it's such a beautiful lyric. I'm a lyricist, so I really love lyrics, and this is on my album, The Company I Keep. Okay, Peter and I are I need a drink of water for this one. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. And I have found that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I had my share, I drank my fill. Even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down another road beyond a hill and do it all again. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. So here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies, how love can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. 'Cause there's no yes in yesterday. Who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away? As long as I'm still in the game, I want to play for laughs, for life, for love. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. So here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. So here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. Thank you, everybody. See you around the door. Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
Tim.
we'll meet you at that door back there. Thank you, Mark, so much, man. So good. Oh, man, what a rich night of music to feed our hearts and our minds. Love it. Thank you for coming out and spending your Thursday night with us here in what we call Steamers Jazz at JAX. You can come back and do this every Thursday night. We'll be here with some amazing music always. But anyway, big thanks tonight for Mark, Peter Smith on the piano here, Grant Geissman on guitar, Dave Tull on drums, Gabe Davis on bass. Always good to have you guys here with us. And anyway, enjoy your night. Breathe in the music. Spend a little time loving somebody on your way out. And give a nice warm thank you to Mark and the whole gang. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.